The modern office often feels like a labyrinth of whispered agendas and shifting alliances. It is exhausting to put in a full day's work while simultaneously looking over your shoulder to see who might be undermining your progress. To navigate this, we can look to the ancient strategies of Chanakya. As the strategist behind the rise of the Mauryan Empire, he managed high-stakes diplomacy and internal treachery, refining a survival system that is remarkably applicable to the modern corporate grind. Get a notepad or open a document. We are going to organize these strategies into a specific three-part plan that you can begin implementing immediately. Completing these steps moves you from being a passive participant in a toxic culture to a professional who is effectively insulated from it. The first shift addresses what Chanakya called the pitcher of poison with milk on top. These are colleagues who speak sweetly to your face while actively working to ruin you behind your back. Take a moment to identify these specific individuals in your current workplace. Write their names down privately so you know exactly where your boundaries need to be strongest. When these individuals begin to gossip, do not participate. You don't need to be rude, simply remain quiet, give a brief, non-committal nod, and turn back to your work. Avoid the mistake of cutting them off entirely. To prevent creating new hostilities, you must maintain a polite, baseline professional dialogue, even as you withdraw from their personal drama. You will know this is working when you are no longer the first person colleagues come to with rumors or toxic complaints. By refusing to provide an audience, you starve toxic behavior of the attention it needs to thrive, protecting your own reputation in the process. The second shift hardens your internal defenses. Chanakya observed that predators naturally strike at weak points, preferring targets who appear meek or easily rattled. In an office, this manifests as people testing your boundaries with passive-aggressive remarks or intentionally harsh critiques during meetings to see how you react. We counter this by adopting a perspective shared by the Roman philosopher Marcus Aurelius, that external things cannot disturb you unless you allow your own judgment to give them power. This flowchart shows how to process an attack. Instead of the criticism hitting you directly, it meets an internal barrier where you pause to evaluate it objectively, stripping away the emotional sting before it can take root. When you are confronted by a toxic remark, take a single breath. Decide that the comment is merely Dota, not a reflection of your worth, and let the insult dissolve against that silence. You have mastered this when you can sit through a manipulative critique while maintaining a steady heart rate and a neutral expression. By removing your emotional reaction, you take away the very leverage that workplace manipulators use to control others. The final shift is about deterrence. Chanakya noted that even a non-poisonous snake must pretend to be venomous to survive in the wild. In the corporate world, this means becoming a difficult target by demonstrating extreme competence and a high level of personal discipline. Start by dedicating 40 minutes a day to physical training. Building physical presence and the discipline of the gym signals that you are a person of high standards who does not take the easy path. Next, commit to the extra mile by staying focused for an hour or two after the rest of the office has left at 5 p.m. As the office average flatlines at the end of the day, your output continues to climb. This quiet window is where you can complete high-visibility work that sets you apart from those who only do the bare minimum. You will see the results when leadership starts to rely on you for critical tasks, and your more manipulative colleagues begin to avoid challenging you. When you pair undeniable work output with visible personal discipline, you increase the cost of attacking you. Most office politicians prefer easier targets and will naturally shift their attention elsewhere. Look over your completed plan. You have identified how to maintain distance from gossip, how to filter external criticism, and how to build a deterrent through physical and professional effort. Office politics are a permanent reality of professional life, but you no longer have to be a vulnerable participant in them. Start right now. Open your calendar and block out your 40-minute workout for today. Making that commitment is the first step toward a more resilient career. Focus on your internal discipline and your professional output. The results will follow.